Are we good?
I'm good, but you're good. Did you get the okay from her?
Yep. Good afternoon and welcome to this year's Underclassman Award Ceremony. Hi, I'm Ava Lepage, the newly elected Vice President of the Class of 2023, and I would like to first start off the way we do here every morning at Nokomis by inviting everyone to please stand, remove your hats, and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Congratulations! Every student in this room has in one way or another proven academic or extracurricular achievement. And if you don't know, in order to receive these awards, you had to be nominated by your teachers. We are so proud of you. You have worked hard all year long. You have shown perseverance when times were tough. You have shown dedication to your studies. And your hard work was demonstrated through your assignments. So be proud of yourselves. You deserve it. This coming year, I will be a senior. I know, that's pretty old. And apparently I'll be wise too. So let me give you a piece of advice. If COVID has taught me anything, it's that Warrior Nation is a family. So don't be afraid to try new things. Get involved. Here at Nokomis, we have endless opportunities. So step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to fail, and try again. Don't let your high school years pass you by. because they really do fly. And without further ado, I would like to introduce the lovely and talented Vice President of the class of 2024, Sarah Hubbard.
Good evening, family and students of Warrior Nation. Hi, I'm Sarah Hubbard. In the past 2 years, I have spent my time here being the Vice President of 2024. Wow. Look at all of us. We are here together, mask-free. We are safe to be with one another once again. This past year, I personally have pushed myself a little farther. I ran to be bulletin editor of Key Club. I was a partial team leader of Raiders. I was elected to be the color guard commander for JROTC. These are just a few of the things that you can do here when you push yourself. And if you're here, you pushed yourself a lot. COVID hit my 8th grade year, so I didn't know what to expect for high school. I never got a step-up day. I never met my advisors. My mom doesn't even know any of my teachers. But I luckily was welcomed. I was welcomed no matter what this was. Miss Neto gave us an environment where no matter what our obstacles were, we were safe. And we knew that we would have a great education and a great time here. 8th grade, it's 8th grade. You do your homework, you pass, it's great. But this year, it was a normal year. Masks were optional. I went to school 5 days a week. I had clubs before school, and I had sports after school. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. And now, since those are a few of the keys that I learned when I hit high school, I would like to welcome up a wonderful student from the class of 2023, whether you know him in the classroom or on stage, Jared Lennon.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jared Lennon. I just finished my junior year at Nokomis, so I'm starting my senior year this fall, and obviously that's a big deal. And us as high schoolers, high school is an interesting experience because it's our kind of transition into adulthood. We gain new responsibilities, new perks, we start getting jobs, we get our license, we start taking college classes in high school. But as cool as all those perks and benefits are, it's also not that easy. High school for some people, it's a really hard time. And I know a lot of adults, when you ask them about their high school experience, they usually respond in one of two ways. It's either high school was the best years of my life and I wish I could go back, or high school sucked, and it was a terrible experience. So obviously the goal is to avoid that latter half, and you want high school to be the best time of your life. You want to live while you're young and take charge of these opportunities. And, you know, Mrs. Neto asked me to give this speech about the secrets to success in high school. And to be brutally honest, there's no one set way to be successful in high school. There's no to-do list, there's no how-to video. It's different for everybody. We as human beings, we're all unique, so we cope in different ways. So obviously I can't tend to everybody and give you an exact list of things to do, but I do hope that I can give you at least a few simple ideas that can help you through your high school journey. First of all, just know that you're not alone. You know, in high school, it's a tough time at sometimes, and just know that you can ask for help. You don't need to be embarrassed. Everybody makes mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes. And everybody needs help at one point or another, and it's no big deal to just ask for help. Everybody needs it. It's a part of growing up. Now, one of the most important things I think when it comes to high school is something that goes back to actually before I even started high school. In 8th grade, our 8th grade class, we came over here to Nokomis, and I believe we were doing Project Adventure. And at the end of the day, Mrs. Neto gave us this big whole speech about, hey, you're coming to high school, it's the big pep talk and everything. And the two words that I most remember from that speech, other than go Warriors, obviously, are get involved. And I think as an 8th grader, a lot of us didn't really take that seriously. I know I didn't. and didn't really take advantage of that, because when you get into high school, there's so many opportunities, so many teams, so many clubs, so many activities that you can be a part of. And I know myself, during my freshman year, I didn't really take advantage of that. I did student council, but that was pretty much it. And then, COVID hit. Half my freshman year was gone. Sophomore year, there weren't as many opportunities. So that's why going into my junior year, as things started to get back to normal, I took charge of those opportunities, and I decided to join all these clubs. I joined JROTC halfway through the year, which made things a little interesting, but that opened up so many opportunities. I did FBLA. I joined National Honor Society. Acting has always been a big part of my life, even before high school, and that's something I've done always every summer in Corinna, and now getting to work with someone amazing as Mrs. Neal, getting to learn all those amazing new lessons about acting, which also connects to another lesson when it comes to trying these new things, is a quote that I learned from Mrs. Neal: dare to stink at something new, because you need to take risks and try new things, and even if it doesn't work out and you're not good at it, so what? At least you tried it, because if you don't try new things, you're never going to know. Maybe you were great at it, or maybe you're not, but at least you'll know. So what I'm trying to tell you is you need to find something in high school that you love, because most people don't really enjoy math or English. Some people do, and that's all right, but for most people, it's extracurricular activities and sports that really bring people to high school and get people excited about coming to school every day and seeing their friends and teachers and building those connections. And that's really the heart of high school, I think, is not what everybody thinks of with these stereotypical core classes. It's about the bonuses, the extra things you stay after school for, or come to school early for, or meet up with people on the weekends for stuff. It's really a great experience, and again, you just need to take advantage of those opportunities and get involved to make high school truly some of the best years of your life. So now I am going to welcome a fellow friend of mine from the class of 2024, Alex Grant.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared. Good evening. My name is Alex Grant. As a student here at Nokomis, I am honored and privileged to get the opportunity to speak here tonight and welcome our next speaker. Our next speaker excels in all areas of the classroom and has taken the challenge every year of taking all honors classes. She also balances that with being a three-sport athlete and captain of the field hockey, basketball, and track team. She's a member of the Key Club here, as well as the National Honor Society Vice President. Tonight, she will share her experiences at Nokomis and what her definition of being a warrior is. This student truly represents what it means to be a warrior. I hope everyone has a great night, and without further ado, please welcome your class of 2023 President, Brianna Townsend.
Thank you, Alex. Hello, everyone. I'm Bree Townsend, and I'm the class president for the class of 2023. I'd like to start by thanking Miss Netto for giving me the opportunity to share with you tonight what it means to me to be a warrior. Most people think being a warrior means having lots of school spirit or doing well in the classroom, but being a warrior actually means so much more than that. This year, I had the chance to ask teachers, peers, and even future warriors what they think it means to be a warrior. Regardless of their age or role at the school, there was striking similarity throughout each response: hard work ethic, perseverance, resilience, grit, pride, but the most common response of all was family. Being a warrior means being a part of something much bigger than just yourself. Warrior Nation is truly like a family that will support you through the ups and downs. A common phrase Miss Netto often says is, when one warrior goes through something, we all go through something. And throughout my time here, this has proven to be true. Whether it be exciting times or difficult times, we always come together to lift one another up. This year's boys basketball season was a prime example of a family coming together to bring a shared victory. Each game, the stands were jam-packed with students, teachers, and lots of community members beyond the walls of our school. In celebration of the first gold ball in boys basketball program history, people from all 8 towns of the district lined the streets with fire trucks, police cars, fireworks, you name it, to welcome the champions back to our beloved school. In addition, Nokomis basketball alumni, spanning nearly 30 years, graciously came together to show their support by donating gold ball replicas to commemorate the history of this season. Decades later, alumni are still seeking ways to give back to Warrior Nation. It was special for the boys to know they had so much support with them, especially coming from a time where everyone was isolated due to the pandemic. Basketball brought our community back together. From the amazing cheerleaders, rocking pep band, to the rowdy student section, the Warrior Nation didn't disappoint. We even had students from other schools rooting for us, wanting to rep the burgundy and white, wanting to be a part of our crowd. Everyone wants to be a part of the Warrior family. But it's not just sports that bring our community together. I had the opportunity this year to watch my fellow peers discover their passions on the stage as well. I want to give a kudos to Mr. and Mrs. Neal for reigniting the arts here and building another strong family at Nokomis. They have involved many different students, from set design to costume creation to a lead role in a fantastic production, all in our brand new state-of-the-art auditorium. Many students have found their voice in this program due to the Neal's commitment and contagious energy surrounding theater. Beyond the larger things, our amazing teachers are able to cultivate close bonds in the classroom as well. For me, AP Language and Composition was the best representation of that. Mr. Middleswart knew that learning is more than just the content. He was able to create a welcoming atmosphere that allowed us to connect with our peers and grow closer together. Now I know I have 20 classmates and a teacher that will always be there for me. Know that no matter what you take on, you will always have a family supporting you as well. Throughout my time here, we have also faced some adversity, but Warrior Nation does not waver. Last year, when a warrior faced brain cancer, the community rallied behind him with a heartwarming send-off as he traveled to Boston for treatments. Not even a pandemic could break the Warrior family apart. People lined the streets holding posters with encouraging words to show their support. And we raised money to help the family with medical expenses. This year, another student was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Once again, Warrior Nation was there to raise funds to help him along his medical journey. A car wash is held, and fellow classmates gave up their time to be there for him. Warriors support warriors, always. But it does not stop there. The Warrior Walk for the Babin family is another example how Warrior Nation expands much further than just the walls of our school. We raised roughly $24,000 for Mr. Babin. Millions of steps were taken around the track, shirts were proudly worn, and people traveled many miles to be there for him. Warriors recognize when another warrior is in need, and we make sure to be there for him. The best part of it all is that every single person that was there had a smile on their face, knowing that they were doing their part to make our family stronger. This is what it means to be a warrior. We lined the streets together when we were bringing home a win. We walked the same path together when we were off to fight a tough battle. So wherever your path may lead, throughout the rest of high school and beyond, remember that being a warrior means you have a family behind you to help celebrate your victories or be there for you through your struggles. Once a warrior, always a warrior. Thank you. Now I would like to welcome up a loyal teammate and fellow warrior, Maya C. Houston.
Hi everyone, I'm Maya Sehusen, and today I'm getting the honor to introduce the most uplifting, positive, and outgoing person here at Nokomis. But first, I want to hype her up a little. Miss Neto has worked at Nokomis Regional High as a teacher and administrator for the past 30 years. During that time, she has worked as a business education teacher, an academic support teacher, the director of guidance, and many more. Miss Neto has been involved in a wide variety of extracurricular activities throughout her 30 years in education. Currently, Miss Neto serves on the National Federation of High School Sports Field Hockey Rules Committee as the Northeast representative. She is on the board of directors for Skills Incorporated and serves on the Maine Principals Association Board for Directors and is the president-elect for the MPA. All of this just shows how involved she is not only with Nokomis, but through anything that has to do with education. In 2007, Ms. Neto was named the Maine Principals Association Assistant Principal of the Year. And in 2017, she was named as a state champion for Maine by the New England Secretary School Consortium and the Maine Agency of Education. She has a bachelor's degree in business education for Husson University and a master's degree in educational leadership from the University of Maine. And finally, Ms. Neto's favorite color is burgundy and favorite title is #1 Warrior fan. Now, I'd like to welcome the biggest Warrior Nation fan and supporter, Miss Neto.
Just going to see if we can get this tightened up. Thank you, Maya. I don't know, 30 years, like, to get me pumped up. It's funny to hear that number. It just seems like it's been a few years, but I definitely have been having fun. That's why time is flying. So I shared this phrase at graduation, and I think it's really important that I do it again tonight, because I think it's appropriate too. And hopefully you feel the same way. Whew, we made it. Every year has its trials and tribulations and twists and turns, but this has been one wild ride. I can tell you that, and I just, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else with any other people. Just amazing community, and as I listen to our student speakers, sometimes, people ask me, well, what is it you do? And I'll say, well, I'm a high school principal. And, I'm always surprised at their reaction. Like, it's like, ooh, like it's a bad thing. And I'm like, I don't know what high school you're affiliated with, but I have an amazing job. And it's really because of the people. Like, this is a people business, and I just have so much respect and appreciation for all of us as a collective community, because it's not easy to do this. It's not, but I think we're second to none, and it's because of the community that we all have together. So thank you, and I'm very proud to be the principal at Nokomis Regional High, the best high school on the planet. So we are here to celebrate the success of our students. Student success doesn't happen in a vacuum. And parents, I'm going to ask you to stand up a couple times, but I would like our parents and family members to stand up right now, please. On behalf of our school and our student body, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all the late night runs to Walmart, for the things you didn't know you needed to get for the next morning, for all those loads of laundry that you did, for the times that you didn't know that needed to be cleaned for the next day. I want to thank you for the tone you set with your child, that there is an expectation that they will do well and they will be an outstanding school citizen. I want to thank you for the encouragement that you offer them when they need to come home and just get dusted off and get ready to go back again. And I want to thank you for that push you give when it might be easy to say, oh, it's somebody else's fault, or, oh, you should have got that. That push to say you can do this and you can get better. And students, I want you to join me in a robust, raucous round of applause for your parents. Parents, I hope you know. Go ahead and sit down. Want to make sure you got your blood flowing too. I hope you know how important you are and what a difference you make, not just to your child, but to our larger school community. It matters Your involvement matters. And so I want to say thank you for being here and thank you for everything that you do. Now, for students, you're not here because of some accident. You're not here because of some lucky moment this year. You're not here because of some connection you have to somebody. You are here because you achieved. You achieved, and you were successful, and you should be very proud of yourself. Very proud of yourself because it takes hard work. Success doesn't happen as an accident. It happens because you set goals and you work hard through the tough times and you're persistent and you play the long game. And I'm very proud of you. As we talked about at graduation, it's always a challenge to be successful, but these last few years have been challenging. And it's been tough. And you have done some really hard work. And I have so much respect for you. But you're also underclassmen. And I do not want you to be satisfied. I do not want you to be satisfied with where you are today. I want you to be thinking over the summer of what can I do next? What can I do next? What difference can I make? I thought Jared gave a really good piece of advice. You know, he talked about getting involved, and I do say get involved. Tomorrow night, this room's going to be filled with the next class to enter Nokomis Regional High. The 8th graders are having their recognition ceremony. And I'm going to talk to them about getting involved, because that's the part of high school that makes it memorable. The friendships that you build will be lifetime friendships. And you might just discover your passion for what you want to do next after high school. It's not too late to get involved. Even you juniors, very soon to be seniors in a few hours, it's not too late to join the band. It's not too late to join ROTC. It's not too late to take on a leadership role. It's not too late to join an athletic team. It's not too late to do warrior broadcasting, maybe even with me. I'd love to do, I love it when I get the chance to do a play-by-play with a student. It's not too late. Don't miss the opportunity, because this is a unique time in your life. So please, 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 think about over the summer what you've been thinking about doing, but for whatever the reason you've been hesitant, get involved. You know, at graduation, I'll steal a little bit of my message there too, and it's a quote I heard a few years back. It was a comment the speaker made, and it just stuck with me, and it guides my thinking. And the quote goes, does the room get happier when you walk in or when you walk out? You know, does the room get happier when you walk in or when you walk out? And I joked, I know sometimes I've made the room go both directions, depending on the conversation. Us principals get quite a bad rap, you know, getting sent to the principal's office. But I try to be mindful of that tone that I bring when I enter the room. And students, I want you to know how much power you have to affect the climate here in this school. Your leadership, who you are, what you say, what you do makes a difference. It truly makes a difference. Don't ever think I'm just one person. What does it matter? It totally matters. It totally matters. The power we each have as an individual is incredible. And I want you to own that power and keep that thought. When you walk into that school next fall, that school door, be committed to making this school a happier place, to make it a happier place. And lastly, I'd say, what's your legacy going to be? What's your legacy going to be? You know, Jared talked about people's reflections on their own high school experience. I've heard some of those stories too. You know, and sometimes people have clung to like the one negative thing that happened. Let that go. Be committed to a legacy of joy, a legacy of success, a legacy of friendships, a legacy of opportunities taken. Be committed to that, because there are some amazing things happening here, but you got to get involved. You got to get involved. So let's get to you tonight. So you are here because you've earned some great awards, and I love this format. So adults, as you came in, you got the awards for your child. And at this point, I'm going to invite you to stand up, and with your student, please stand up. And I would ask that you take a few moments to share the awards with them and let them know how proud of them you are. So I'm going to let you talk for a minute. So if you could finish like your thought, your last sentence, and then we'll return to our ceremony. Thank you. It's pretty cool to watch collectively. You just celebrate your children and the students. It's really cool. So we do have a couple of individual awards that I'd like to present. They're special awards. The first is the St. Michael's Book Award. This book award recognizes students' academic success and exemplary community service involvement. The accomplishments embody St. Mike's commitment to intellectual achievement, social justice, and concern for others. The requirements require academic achievement, where a student attains mostly A's in honors, AP, IB, or dual enrollment classes, and are likely inductees of the National Honor Society or equivalent honors organizations. Their social conscience. Students must show a sustained and sincere commitment to community service, issues of peace and justice, and concern for others. The 2022 recipient of the St. Michael's Book Award is Mackenzie Jones. And our second award is the Dartmouth Book Award. Goody Gilman, a Dartmouth alumni, sponsors the Dartmouth Award for Nokomis Regional High. The award is given to a student in the junior class who ranks in the top 10% of the class with outstanding academic credentials, demonstrates strong character, has made a positive contribution to the school community, excels in at least one academic area, is a candidate for entrance to a competitive college or university. The Dartmouth Book Award for 2022 is Jared Lennon. Before I pass the mic for closing, just on behalf of the school, I'd like to wish you all just a wonderful summer. We've got a day and a half left to wrap up school. I hope you all take some time over the summer to enjoy your family, to see the beautiful sights in Maine and rest and recharge. because we're going to come back and hit the ground running in the fall, take this school to a whole new level. Thank you for coming, and it's my pleasure to turn it over to the class of 2025 president, Abigail Karen.
Good evening, and as Ms. Netto said, my name is Abby Karen. First, on behalf of the underclassmen, I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight as we celebrated this past year's accomplishments. It is inspiring to see so many of my fellow classmates who strive for excellence, even as we continue to face challenges on a personal, local, and even worldwide scale. As students, part of striving for excellence is challenging ourselves and pushing our boundaries out of our comfort zone to achieve more than we could ever have imagined. And I know that every one of us here tonight has done just that. Before we leave here tonight, however, I think it is important to recognize and give thanks to those who have helped us push our boundaries, whether it be your parents, guardians, or siblings, or role models. Without our supporters, we wouldn't be able to strive for excellence, like we have proven to do this year. So let's give them a big round of applause. I think many of us would agree that this year has been very challenging, but as we can see tonight, we are all true Nokomis warriors, pushing through challenges together and rising to the occasion as a warrior nation. I am very proud to be a warrior, and I know we are all excited for what next year will bring. I hope everyone has a great summer, and as Miss Netto would say, go Warriors!